Everyone, I am Sean, and welcome once again to my Horror Corner. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you guys. To the people that have been subscribing and helping the channel grow, thank you so much as well. Tonight, I'm super excited to welcome back my friend Aaron from A&B Horror. Aaron, thank you so much for coming on, sir.
Yes, absolutely, Sean. This is going to be awesome. Thank you for
It
having me
is.
back.
It's going to be a
I've
lot of
been
fun.
looking forward to this. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. You've been on with me a couple of times. We've talked about some good stuff, but holidays, we had to get this in. Now, you went and saw the remake.
I did, yes.
What did we don't have to get into a big discussion about it, but just your thoughts on the remake.
I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun with it. They go in a new direction with the remake, and I don't know. It worked for me. It was awesome in the theater. I actually have it right here. This wasn't planned. I even bought the popcorn tin.
Very cool.
Well, to be honest, I did buy the popcorn tin before I saw the movie, but I did love the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. And if you open it up, it says Punch.
That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah,
Have
I
you
really
seen
liked
it?
it too.
You
I
saw it
did.
too,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
I
that's
went
what
and saw it too. I went and saw it over the weekend. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, more than I thought I would. I mean, I was really looking forward to it and excited. I will say that the first probably maybe 10, 15 minutes, I wasn't sure what I thought. I was like, this is different. This is not really what I expected. So I was kind of like, okay, we'll see. But by 15, 20 minutes into the movie, I was all in. I was absolutely loving it. I think this movie, like the longer it went on, the more I was enjoying it. And once I left the theater, I was like, damn, I'd go watch it again right now if I could. Like I had a lot
Oh,
of fun with it. I
absolutely.
thought it was really good.
Yeah, me too. And there were moments in that maybe half hour, 45 minutes in, I was thinking to myself that I think I love this movie.
Yeah.
And when I walked out, I said to my buddy who I saw it with, I was like, I loved that. And he's like, yeah, that was so much fun. So, uh, just I'd say go in with low expectations and you'll have a good time with it. I thought the characters were likable. The two of them were,
I
gosh,
agree.
I don't know, the two of them, they were just like adorable together. They were
Right.
a perfect couple. I don't want to give anything away, but I
That's
thought
okay.
the chemistry between those two was fantastic. The writing was fun. The kills were fun.
Yeah.
There's one over the top scene
Yeah.
that I think people have been talking about, but I mean, I don't know. Was it necessary? Maybe not, but it was fun.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I I remember yeah, it had been typically I watched the original every year at Christmas, and for some reason last year I don't remember what happened, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. I think at that point I think I only had it like on an old DVD, and I don't know
Mhm.
what happened, but I just couldn't get it to play. It was just not cooperating with me, so I didn't get to watch it last year. And so this year I know we just talked about this on your live, but I upgraded to the 4K so I could watch
Yes,
it again, and
that's
just watched
awesome.
it a couple of days ago to be ready for it. But yeah, the that new one the other
It's
night, I really loved it, and I was not a fan of. I didn't like Halloween Ends, and so
Mhm.
the guy that plays the character of Corey, and I just drew a complete blank on his name. You could help me out.
Rowan Campbell.
Yes, yes. So knowing he was in this, I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll see. But I thought he was fantastic in this. I thought he did an amazing job. And by the end, I'm like, okay, maybe I should give Halloween Ends even another chance because he was really good in this. Like I really liked him in
Yeah.
this one. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, very different character, right? I would say, and in
yeah,
this one, he's much more likable, even though he does some
that's
very
true.
dark things. And Halloween Ends, as that movie progresses, he's not terribly likable.
Yeah, he's not that
Um,
likable. So that's a good point. Yeah.
um,
Um,
but yeah, like I said, there was something about him and oh my God, is it Ruby Modine? I think Matthew
yes,
Modine's daughter.
yes.
The two of them on screen, it was just like the chemistry was there and infectious, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I loved that one moment when he answers the phone or he calls somebody and he says, "Hey, Agnes, it's me, Billy."
Yeah, I
It's like,
know.
oh my God, that's
Yeah, we
perfect.
got that little black crimson snot in there. That was very
Yes.
cool. I liked that as
Yeah.
well. Um, before we get into this one, right before we started recording, you were showing me some really cool stuff that you picked up. You want to take a minute to show some of your collection there that you were just
Oh,
showing me?
sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a while when I was buying a bunch of tumblers, and I do have the Silent Night
That's very
Deadly
nice.
tumbler
I
with
like it.
Billy right on that. And check it out, the lights like wrap all the way around. So
Oh wow,
for the
very
Christmas
cool.
tree motif.
I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Sadly, I just have ice water in here.
that's all
Um,
right.
but yeah, I met Robert Brian Wilson a couple years ago at Silver Screen Convention.
Very
Glare.
cool.
Um, but he signed it. Well, he just said to Aaron. Oh, and he wrote naughty.
That's awesome up there on the hat.
And then in quotes, he put Billy at the bottom.
Oh, very cool.
And I know we're not talking about part 2, but I also met Eric Freeman. There's a cat hair on it. And he wrote to Aaron, "It's garbage day." And he also wrote "Punish" up in the corner. It was
That's
really
awesome.
cool at the Silver Screen because both their tables were right next to each other. So
Okay.
I met, I can't remember who I met first. I think Robert first, and then it doesn't really matter, but they were right next to each other.
Yeah.
And I got to chat with them for a little bit. And Eric Freeman gave me a refrigerator magnet, which I did not grab from the refrigerator over there. And he signed it too. I think he felt a little bad because I asked him, I was like, okay, I have to ask, what's your favorite Christmas horror movie? And he sadly had to say that he didn't really watch horror movies or something like that.
Okay.
He's like, but here, do you want a magnet? I was like, okay. And he signed the magnet for me too.
That's awesome. So you got the magnet out of it as well.
My beer fridge. Yeah. If we have time, I'll grab it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks again for having me on.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. We will jump into this and get started. Real quick, a tagline for this film, Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984. He knows when you've been naughty. Brief synopsis for the film. Billy Chapman, who was traumatized by his parents' Christmas Eve murder, then brutalized by sadistic orphanage nuns, grows up to dress as Jolly Saint Nick for a Yuletide rampage to punish the naughty. Film was released November 9th, 1984, directed by Charles E. Sellier Jr., screenplay by Michael Hickey, story by Paul Kami, I believe is how you say that, produced by Ira Richard Barmack, Scott Schneid, and Dennis Whitehead, cinematography done by Hennig Schellrup, music by Perry Botkin, distributed by TriStar Pictures, a runtime of 79 minutes, budget of $750,000, box office of $2.5 million, and considering how many theaters pulled it early, that's pretty good numbers for the box office. Yeah, and we'll get into some of that here in a moment. But before we go any further, tell me your thoughts on this movie as far as like the cinematography, the score, the story, that kind of thing.
I love it. I think it's a classic. I have no complaints. I've always enjoyed this film. I think, I mean, at the time when it came out, the controversy around it made people want to see it even more. It was like that, like the forbidden film.
Right.
But look, putting all that aside, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of difficult themes in it. There's abuse. There's, the scene when the killer Santa kills his parents.
Right.
Are we doing spoilers or no spoilers?
Sure. Yeah. No. Go ahead.
I guess at this point, if you haven't seen it,
this one's old enough.
Probably may never see it.
Yeah.
It's really dark what happens there. And speaking of the score, I think the placement of the music works so well. It's almost genius. Like something really awful is happening, but they're playing kind of like a Christmas song.
Right.
And that one jingle, that one little song, like Santa's saying, I don't want to sing it because I can't sing. But I love the scene in the toy store when the owner and the older woman, they're drinking and they're both singing that song together before things go very badly. I don't know. Is it a masterpiece? No, but it's a hell of a lot of fun.
It really is. I agree. And no, I guess you're right. It's not a masterpiece, but it's pretty damn good. I like, I've said before, and I was just talking with somebody about this a couple of days ago, how much I love 80s slashers. I just love that time frame. I mean, slashers being my favorite subgenre anyway, but love those from the 80s. And watching this the other day again, just to kind of get ready for this, I just kept thinking then, I think the effects are good. But even there's a couple that don't hold up or look quite as well, but even bad practical effects look better than good CGI for me. I mean, I just like the way that, those kind of things are. And so I love the way the movie's shot. I love the look of everything. I'm with you. I like the score and the way they implement it at certain times. I think it's great. Story's a lot of fun. I don't have too many complaints about this one either. I really like just about everything about this movie.
Yeah, and I'm completely with you. Some dark subject matter, but it's a lot of fun. And I
Yeah,
love that one moment when the nun is in the car with the police officer and they just shot the priest, and
yeah.
he's like, "But why didn't he stop?" She's like, "Because he's
He's
deaf,
deaf.
right?"
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Of
had
course
forgot
he
about that.
is. Of
I
course
had
he
forgot
is.
about that. Yeah, some things are a little convenient, I guess, there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cast for this film, we have Lillian Chauvin, I believe is how you pronounce it, Gilmer McCormick, Tony
Mhm.
Nero, and then, of course, Robert Brian Wilson. Give me your
Yes.
thoughts on cast and characters.
Yeah, no complaints from me. I think it was kind of a breakout role, or maybe not a breakout role, because I don't know if he really went on to do much beyond this film. But it was meant to be for him.
Right.
And I mean, just the fact that I was meeting him a couple years ago at a horror convention so many years later speaks to the longevity of his film. And it's a perfect Christmas horror movie. It's one
Oh,
you have to
absolutely.
watch every December.
Yeah.
I mean, is the acting top notch? I mean, I don't know. Maybe not all the time, but it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
sure hate,
sufficient.
yeah, you hate the nun, right? The Mother
Yes.
Superior. My God,
Yeah.
so evil. And then the nice nun, I forget her name.
Yeah, I've got it jotted down. I'm sure I'll get to it at some point, but I know
Okay, I'm probably
Sister
jumping
Margaret.
ahead.
Sister
It's
Margaret.
just, yeah, I mean, there are moments in there when you can tell she just wants to intervene and stop what's happening,
Right.
but she can't. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I agree. I think the acting is pretty good for the most part. I mean, yeah, there's a few things here and there, but overall, I
Mhm.
think it's pretty good. And I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't think Robert Brian Wilson has like a huge filmography. And in fact, I remember when I was kind of trying to throw some notes together for this. Um, there was kind of a stretch there where he just kind of disappeared. Like he really wasn't doing
Mhm.
anything. He wasn't appearing at conventions. He wasn't doing movies. He wasn't doing much
Mhm.
of anything. And then just resurfaced and started doing some of the conventions and that kind of stuff. So
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't look at his filmography, but I just don't recall seeing him in much else other than this. But he's iconic in this.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if he must have gone on to have a, I don't know, a business career, a career in something other than
Right.
acting, or maybe he stayed in the industry. Yeah, I really don't know.
Behind the
I should
scenes
have
stuff,
looked
hard
it
to
up.
say. Yeah, no, it's
I
okay.
could always go to IMDb, but
You
go
could.
ahead.
Just a couple of behind the scenes things that I will mention.
Yeah.
The executive producer, Scott Schneed, he was inspired, and I did not know this, but by a similar Santa themed script that he had found, a screenplay that was simply titled He Sees When You're Sleeping. And then Mr. Schneed and Dennis Whitehead got together. They took that screenplay and then redeveloped it, basically just incorporating the backstory for Billy and kind of made their own thing. Um,
Hmm.
that I don't know if the He Sees You When You're Sleeping ever got made or not. I'm intrigued to know what it was, but I couldn't find a lot of detail about it. Um, the toy store that was used was a former hardware store there in Utah that was abandoned at that point. Production did rent it, but the building still stands today and is now a gym. I thought that was kind of interesting. Film was shot in late spring in Utah, so plastic snowflakes had to be used for the snowing scenes. Movie
Mhm.
received an X rating 3 times until significant cuts were made to get it down to get the R rating. And then one of the things that we were talking about there, the trailers and ads for the film caused a panic among parents, with them being
Mhm.
afraid that children would become terrified of Santa Claus seeing this killer Santa. Film was met with a lot of protesters at multiple releases, and several theaters pulled the film it getting good numbers due to the controversy and the backlash.
Mhm.
Um, I think this came out, if I remember correctly, this came out on the exact same day as A Nightmare on Elm Street, November 9th, 1984. I believe they came out on the exact same day, and
Oh.
its initial weekend numbers were better than A Nightmare on Elm Street's. But
Mhm.
because it was being pulled in so many theaters, because of the controversy, because of the backlash and the protesting, um,
Mhm.
obviously, A Nightmare on Elm Street ended up with better numbers. But I'm curious what this would have done had it not been pulled. I mean, it beat Elm Street for the opening weekend. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, compared to Nightmare on Elm Street, it's really not that different. It's just
Right.
dealing with, a sacred
Yeah, Santa Claus.
Christmas holiday and Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
yeah.
Um, Before I forget, I did look him up on IMDb, and he's actually been acting a lot in the last couple of years. He was in
Okay.
The Wrong Marriage, 2025, A Nanny to Die For, Has to Be Good, Million Dollar Lethal Listing, can't make this
Okay.
up, and As Luck Would Have It. I don't know what these are. Oh, A Husband for Christmas. Wonder, that looks like a
Interesting.
rom-com. Oh,
Okay.
he's in The Wrong Roommate too. These
That's
are
funny.
funny. These are funny titles.
I would have never have imagined. That's pretty
And
good.
then it jumps from 2016 to 1987. He didn't do anything for all
Yeah.
those years.
Okay. So yeah, that must have been that time. Who knows what he was doing? But I mean, I'm sure he was, enjoying himself. That's fine. But that's pretty cool
Yeah.
that he came back and at least started doing movies again.
Yes. And it's interesting that you said they filmed it in the spring, because
Yeah.
that would explain why he was so sweaty in the Santa suit. Oh, it went away. The Santa suit. I don't know what I
Yeah.
did. But in the stock room, he's all the there we go.
Yeah.
Again. There's sweat on his forehead.
Yes. Yeah, I was
You
noticing that.
get the idea.
Yeah, I thought that suit must be really hot. And then when I read when they actually filmed it, I'm like, oh, that explains so much more. Especially if it was, kind of an abandoned warehouse type thing. I bet it was hot in there.
Oh yeah, my God! Even wearing a Santa suit in the wintertime, it's hotter than hell.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's jump over in and get to the plot. We'll start walking through some of this a little bit, talking about some things. So,
All right, cool. Let's do it.
opening scene, we get Christmas Eve, 1971. We get 5-year-old Billy and his parents visiting his grandfather. Grandfather tells Billy to be afraid of Christmas because Santa punishes the naughty. And then, of course, traveling back home, we get the criminal in the Santa suit that ends up robbing them, killing his dad, sexually assaults and kills his mom while he, hides in the ditch and leaves his brother Ricky there in the car. Give me your thoughts on this opening scene. How much you like it, dislike it? What do you like about it? That kind of thing.
Well, the assault is disturbing. I mean, even
Sure.
now watching it, that's can you imagine from a kid's perspective?
Oh,
But I
absolutely.
do love the moment with the grandfather when he kind of snaps into coherence all of a sudden. Of course, when
Yes.
everyone leaves the room
Right. Right.
conveniently, and says, "What is it? Christmas Eve is the scariest damn night of the year."
Yes.
And the look on that little kid's face,
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah, that little kid does a great job. I didn't jot his name down, but even in the car when they're
Yeah, he's
talking
really
about it,
good.
he's doing a good job of appearing to be terrified of Santa Claus. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I thought he did great, and I like that scene as well. I couldn't remember having, like I said, not getting to watch this last year at Christmas time. I guess I just forgot about that opening, and when I watched the remake, I was like, oh yeah, they
Yes.
do go to the nursing home. They do. It does happen. It's different, but it does
Mhm.
happen. But yeah, I'm with you. The way the the grandfather is basically comatose, like he's not talking, moving, doing anything until the
Yeah.
parents leave, and then suddenly he comes alive there to talk to Billy a little bit. But yeah, I
Yes.
like the opening as well. I agree. The assault on the mom is um, kind of disturbing there, but
It's
I think
for sure.
the kills look good. Again, I love the practical effects. So, the dad getting shot, you don't really see a whole lot, but the mom getting her throat slit, I think everything looks good. And, yeah, you get the kid
Mhm.
hiding in the ditch while Sam's kind of looking for him a little bit. Um, it's a great opening
Yeah,
scene, I think.
I think so too. I'd like to know what happened, because then it just flashed forwards.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah. We
Santa just put
give
the
up.
baby on the side of the road and drive away, or
Yeah, it's a good
what
question.
happened?
That is a good question.
We'll
Uh,
never know. We'll
we
never
won't.
know.
We won't. Um, we then skip ahead 3 years. We find 8-year-old Billy and his 4-year-old brother are in this orphanage now. Um,
Mhm.
we get Mother Superior. Billy ends up seeing this younger couple having sex, and she catches them. She beats the couple with a belt, it looks like, and then she talks to Billy about punishment, and then he gets he gets beat as well. We see Billy having a lot of nightmares. There's a part where he gets tied to the bed. And then Mother
Mhm.
Superior, even though Sister Margaret is kind of trying to fight for him and try to be supportive, Mother Superior forces him to sit on Santa's lap. the scene is so funny to me. This little kid punches Santa, and he goes flying back like he got hit by a football player or something there. But
Yes.
it really does. It looks like it's a pretty powerful punch, and Billy takes off running to his room. But
Right.
yeah, I think this is fun too. Mother Superior, you don't like her, right off the bat, but the actress is playing her does an amazing job. And
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
read somewhere as well, I didn't mention it earlier, but I read somewhere as well that when they were filming this, that she got with uh, Brian and worked with him a lot one-on-one to prepare for scenes to try to help him. I guess he was pretty nervous and wasn't, not sure how to do certain things. So she worked with him quite a bit to prepare for their scenes. So I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I had no idea.
So, you don't like her, but you do kind of like Sister Margaret. She's trying to be there as much as she can and help Billy out. And
Yes.
she somewhat argues with Mother Superior to a degree, but then does, have to give in as well. But yeah, I think this is,
Yeah.
I don't want to say this part of the movie is fun because you hate, seeing Billy get the beatings and that kind of thing. But we're really just establishing his character and why he snaps, right? And like why he becomes what he is. So,
Yes. Yeah,
it's good storytelling and it doesn't drag. I guess is the thing that I appreciate about it. Even though we're not getting not the most fun part of the movie, it goes by pretty quickly. It doesn't drag. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely, it serves its purpose from the story progression. I do love it when he punches Santa Claus and Santa goes flying, and I think he says something like, "What's wrong with that kid? What the hell is wrong with that kid?" It was a little dark for the Mother Superior to insist that he sit on Santa's lap because does it really matter? Does it really matter?
No.
And I also want to say that one sequence where Mother Superior ties Billy to the bed is still upsetting to me today watching it because I often think, can you imagine having to sleep like that? How uncomfortable?
There's no way.
Would that be?
I could not do that.
Just so cruel.
Yeah, you feel for him. You definitely feel for him. Yeah. So we skipped ahead now to 1984, so another 10 years later, and now we find Billy is 18. He gets a job as a stock boy at this toy store. He quickly develops a crush on his coworker Pamela. Even has some moments where he's got some fantasies about her, but they seem to be interrupted by visions of Santa Claus killing people. Mr. Sims, I can't think of the actor that plays Mr. Sims' name here, but he's so funny to me. I don't know why. Yeah, he's funny. Mr. Sims,
he's great.
Making Billy dress as Santa for this store Christmas party, and you can tell Billy's struggling, especially when the kids are sitting on his lap. But he kind of seems like he might be coming around at the party and starting to do a little better until he sees his coworker Andy and Pamela. Initially seeing them kiss, and later seeing Andy assaulting Pamela. And then after some more visions of his parents, we kind of get our first couple of kills here. Billy attacks Andy. He strangles him with some Christmas lights, I believe. Stabs Pamela with a box cutter. We do get Mr. Sims and the store manager singing there, like you were talking about earlier, out there. They're
enjoying that part. Yeah,
good time.
Santa's waiting, or whatever the song is.
But Billy goes out and kills them too. Mr. Sims with a hammer, and then the store manager with a bow and arrow. Looks like it's going to be an axe initially, and turns out to be a bow and arrow. But just kind of give me your thoughts here as we've gotten into some kills. Now we get 4 kills pretty quick. But your thoughts here on these kills and Billy snapping and where this is going.
Oh, it's great. It's iconic. It's a classic kill sequence. They set it up perfectly with him as Santa. And even when the kids are sitting on his lap, isn't there a little girl and he's about to snap because she won't stop squirming?
Yeah, she tells him, he tells her he's going to punish her. Yeah.
I'm going, naughty girls get punished or something. And then the mother off the side is like, he's so good with kids. Or
I know.
So I do have, I guess the one, because then you have like the sleazy assistant manager who's bringing the girl in the back, and he's like, "Oh, I got a special surprise for you." I mean, is she that dumb, right?
I know. Yeah,
you're gonna like this one. Wait till you open it up. And anyway, that seems a little forced, that whole scene. But again, it's like it serves its purpose. And
That's, I guess that's kind of the way I look at it. When I was watching this again the other day, that's what I was thinking about with this guy. Andy is his name. I'm like, all of these movies have at least that one character that's just a complete and total asshole.
yes.
And this is him. Like, this is this guy. And every time there's always a girl that for some reason believes it and falls for it. I mean, it's part of it. But again, like you said, it serves its purpose.
For sure.
Were you surprised? I guess the only thing watching this time, and again, it's not really something that bothers me about the film. If I had to nitpick, that might be it a little bit. But I mean, I realize Billy strangles Andy and kills him, but basically Billy saves Pamela from getting raped. Yes. And then she like gets so furious with him. Now, again, I realize he strangles the guy, so maybe he went too far, but you would think she would have been a little bit appreciative of what he just saved her from.
Right, because he does rescue her. I completely agree.
Yeah, but she just kind of freaks out on him.
But she has to. I mean, think about it from a structural perspective. I mean, again, rape is a very serious subject matter, so I don't want to speak about that lightly in any way. But she has to say, "Oh my God, you're a monster," and then have him turn on her.
Right.
Because if she is, "Oh my God, you saved me," then where do you go from there? So
yeah, that's a good point. Because then not only would he probably not have killed her, but he wouldn't have been in that frame of mind where then he goes and kills Mr. Sims and the other lady, that kind of thing too. I mean, that might have been the end of the movie. Who knows? So yeah, I guess she has to. That just I caught myself thinking that the other day. I'm like, wow, she turned on him pretty quick. But again, it's not like he did just save her and move on. He did strangle and kill the guy, so that probably would freak you out a little bit.
I guess I would be. I was just thinking. I mean, it would be traumatic. So this guy is attacking her, then this other guy just comes and kills the guy who's attacking her.
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
So, I mean, the adrenaline. I mean, I've never been in a situation like that, but I imagined it would be very intense.
Yeah, and I think the box cutter kill looks pretty good. I mean. Because he doesn't just stab her; he slices her pretty good with that box cutter, and it's a good kill, in my opinion.
He does, yeah.
The other two kills, Mr. Sims,
she's not coming back from that.
No, no, she's not.
And that seems real, right? I don't know. Could you like wrap a string of lights around someone's neck and pick them up off the ground?
He's crazy strong.
And hang,
I don't know how
hang them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he's young. He's very strong in this film.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that kill's okay. Mr. Sims, we know he gets hit with the hammer, but you don't really see much. And then the store manager gets shot with the bow and arrow. It's fine. But I think the best kill there is the Pamela kill with the box cutter. I really like that one. I thought it looked really good. So
yeah, agreed. I do love the whole chase sequence, though, with the woman, that older woman.
That's true. Yeah.
She like does the switcheroo and tricks him.
Yeah,
and you think she's going to escape, and then the old arrow to the back.
Yeah, he happened to find a bow and arrow there. There's an axe and a bow and arrow in this toy store. That's kind of interesting as well. But
yes,
yeah. Sister Margaret ends up being the one then to show up because she had called and found out that she had talked with Andy and found out that Billy was portraying Santa, which concerned her. So she ended up coming to the toy store. She misses Billy, but she finds the carnage. And then, of course, we get Billy breaking into a house just for a couple more kills and showing us the things that 80s horror movies like to show us. And plus we get, Quigley, of course, icon in the horror industry. We get to see her there in the deer antler kill, which I appreciated that they gave us a small version of that in the remake as well. Done differently. I did like seeing it. In fact, the people... my oldest son went with me, and then somebody else was with us as well, and we were watching that movie, and neither one of them have seen the original from 1984. So when we're watching this remake, I'm curious. When we're watching this remake and they did that antler kill, I was all excited. Like I was turning to both of them, like, "Oh, that's from the first one," and I'm trying to explain it, and they're just like, "Shh, watch the movie, watch the movie." Yeah, exactly. But I was excited. I love getting to see it. So
yeah, me too. That's so good. Yeah, and you could see it coming when it like spins around upside down, and
it was fun.
Trailer, a little bit of it's in the trailer too.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I like this kill here as well. Where she gets impaled on the antlers. I don't think this is one of the places I was talking about where initially when he first starts pushing her up on the antlers, I don't think those effects hold up quite as well. It doesn't look great. But then when you see her just hanging up there, it looks so much better. I mean, it looks good then. And again, it's 1984, and like I said at the beginning of this, I'll take bad practical effects over
Yeah.
CGI any day. So it's still fun. Um, he kind of has a fight there with that guy. Looks like the guy's going to get the upper hand a little bit before Billy throws him out a window. And initially I forgot about that too. When he threw him out the window, I was like, really, that just killed the guy, just getting thrown out the window like that? But when you see him later, he's got the glass in his face and all that kind of thing. So
I think they had thicker glass back then. It was maybe
yeah,
more
I guess so. But
double paned.
Yeah. So I'm sure just another scene that was thrown in just to get a little bit of the nudity that the 80s horror like to show us, and then a couple more kills. But again, as you said earlier, serves its purpose. It does what it needs to do, and we do get a couple more kills. Fun kill with the deer antler. So I'm on board here. We find out the police are now looking for Billy. We get the two bullies who pick on the teenage boys and take their sleds, and Billy gets to decapitate them. Another really fun kill.
Yes.
We talked about, you told me what you thought on these first couple of kills. The couple there getting killed, the deer antlers. Now these two. Just give me your thoughts real quick on these kills. Do you think they're any better than those initial ones? Still all kind of about the same. Like, what's your favorite kill at this point?
Well, I guess the antlers kill. I mean, that's the most memorable kill.
Yeah, so iconic. Yeah.
Both of those sequences aren't really necessary to the film,
right?
But they're amazing.
Yeah.
I love that he leaves the toy store and just happens to find the one house in town where there's a babysitter, and she's doing things she shouldn't be doing with her boyfriend.
Yes, just the way it works.
First house he comes upon. And there's Christmas carolers across the street. So you can't make it up.
Right.
And then the kids sledding in the woods. I don't know. It's like perfectly 80s. Watching it takes me back with the puffer coats they're wearing, those old sleds.
Yes. And I think that's the thing that I love so much about a lot of these kind of things. This movie and so many others that came out during this time frame is, again, I'm 53, so I grew up in the 80s, and seeing the way some of these houses are decorated, seeing the way some of these people dress, I'm like, I remember this. Like, I was there. I feel like I lived this lifestyle somewhat. And I didn't have Santa Claus come in and try to kill anybody, but everything else looks really familiar. So, a lot of fun.
I grew up in the 80s too. I'm a few years younger than you are, but I grew up in the 80s. I know exactly what you're saying. Like those two bullies in the woods remind me of like my older brothers and their friends. I'm like, well, they would have done that to me and my buddies. They would have taken sleds. Like, get the hell out of here, you punks!
Exactly.
So, there's a lot of nostalgia.
There really is. And of course, Billy does talk to the little girl there at one point. He asks her if she's been nice, and she tells him yes, and he questions her a few times, but then he gives her the box cutter.
The box cutter. Oh my god! And he hands it to her like it's $1 million.
Yeah,
and
like
she just takes
great
it.
Gift.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and she's looking at it odd, but she does just take it. I'm like, wow, okay then.
Thanks, Santa.
Yeah, but still a lot of fun. We then do get the police officer and Sister Margaret in the car. We find out that the wrong Santa Claus gets shot. We see that, the scene where you're talking about, where we find out that the Santa was deaf. Just, it's so funny, really. But Billy, then we do get another scene where Billy does end up killing another police officer with an axe, and then he finally gets to confront Mother Superior here, about to kill her, but gets shot in the back by Captain Richards. And as Billy dies, his brother Ricky is watching and looks at Mother Superior and says, "Naughty." Give me your thoughts on the finale and the way this all plays out and wraps up.
Well, going back to the Sister Margaret and the officer in the car, from an actor's perspective, I wonder how hard it was for her to deliver the "because he's deaf" line without laughing. I wonder if they had to do multiple takes there.
I can see that. Yeah,
it's so funny. That part cracks me up. Some really cool some tense moments. I like with the police officer going down in like that outdoor kind of basement area.
Yes.
And then he comes up and you think, oh, okay, he's going to be fine now.
Right. And then, no, there's Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what he did to to be
That's a good question. But that's kind of the difference in the two, the remake and the original. And I appreciate the remake doing its own thing. Is
Mm,
in the original, yes, Billy's been through some bad things, and he does kill some bad people, but he also kills some good people as well. I mean, he's just
yeah.
snapped at killing people, right, with the goal of
Yes.
getting back to Mother Superior. Whereas in the remake, I mean, he's only killing bad people. He's kind of like a vigilante type thing, in the remake. So I like the difference there, but I still think you don't really find yourself rooting for Billy in this original, but I still think you find yourself somewhat invested just from seeing, and you do feel for him, from everything that he's been through. Um,
Yeah.
would you like to have seen him been able to? I mean, this probably sounds terrible to even ask, but would you like to have seen him got his revenge on Mother Superior, or do you like the way they did it?
Mm, I've never thought about it. That's a good question. I feel like it would. I feel like it would have been way too dark if he did go after
Okay.
her with an axe. Because even though she's evil, she's still kind of an old, feeble woman.
Right. Yeah, she's in a wheelchair now, that kind of thing.
She's in
Yeah.
a wheelchair. And I don't know. It almost feels like that would have crossed the line a little bit.
It could have. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And I also think it would have probably then taken away from Ricky's story, right? Because
Yes.
Ricky sees, what happens and knows that Mother Superior lives. And so then now he's saying naughty. So, well, in some ways it might would have been fun on a very morbid level to see Billy get his revenge. It might would have been too much. And then we would have taken away from Ricky's story as well. So, I think it's a good ending.
Sure.
I like the way it
I
ended.
think so too.
Yeah.
It's tragic, right? You
Right.
get more of a tragic ending.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you and I were talking about this the other night on the live stream. Is Billy a villain or a
Right.
victim?
Yeah.
Or both.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
There's kind of a fine line, and it's not easy to pinpoint
Yeah.
what category he falls in.
Right. Yeah, I agree. He's kind of both. Yeah, exactly like you said. I think that's a good way to put it. So,
For sure.
anything else you want to mention or say about this movie, or something that I might have missed, or anything before we try to give it a rating?
I don't know, man. I think, well, one, this was a lot of fun. When you said let's talk about Silent Night, Deadly Night, I was like, oh my god, I've got some stuff. I even have my
Yes, you've
my
even got the
Punished
shirt. That's right.
Yeah, so I like I said, I was all excited for this. I think this film, it's definitely in my top 10 Christmas horror movies.
I agree completely.
I think it will continue to have longevity. It's one I watch every year. I've already watched it this year. I did get to see it on the big screen. A couple years ago, Cinema Salem did a double feature with this and Black Christmas from 1974.
Oh, that would have been amazing. I would love to have seen that.
Oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, it went to like midnight, but it was cool.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love this film. It sounds like you do too. And
I really do. Yeah.
There's something special about it. It's too bad that the 4K edition doesn't include those uncut scenes.
Yes.
But I understand why they couldn't, because the quality of those scenes. And I think if you read the back or somewhere, it says there was no way we could. The difference in quality was just so bad.
Too much. Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, I agree.
But, yeah. What do you think?
No, I'm right there with you. I think this is probably, gosh, other than Black Christmas, this might be my favorite Christmas horror movie. I would rank those 1 and 2. So when you said that they did the double feature at the theater, I'm like, oh my god, I would have absolutely loved that. Awesome. I would have loved to see both of these on the big screen like that. So.
And they started with Silent Night, Deadly Night, and ended with Black Christmas.
That's so cool. Yeah, I would love to have seen it. Somebody needs to do that again. Next year, someone needs to do that, because I would love to get an opportunity to see that. But so then, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate this?
Oh my gosh,
it's tough. I know.
Can I do half points?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, like I said, it's not perfect, right? It does have some flaws to it. I don't know. I'd say 7.5, maybe.
Okay. No, I think that's fair. Yeah, it's not the masterpiece that Black Christmas is, because in my opinion, that original Black Christmas is a 10 out of 10. I think that's a perfect movie.
It's,
Um,
yeah.
this doesn't have that, it's not the masterpiece and that Black Christmas is, but it's still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this movie. There's not a whole lot that I mean, I don't have really complaints or a whole lot I would change. I think it's still so much fun. And like I said, it's probably my second. So I think I would probably go just a half point ahead of you. I would give it an 8 out of 10. And so that's going to lead you to my next question, because I'm curious, what would you rate, if you don't mind, on the new one? What would you have rated it on 1 to 10?
Oh, the new one is a little more polished. It's a little more tightened from a story perspective. And since you did mention that he's killing bad people, I guess it's
Right.
a little bit of a spoiler, but you can kind of get that from the trailer.
Sure.
It has Dexter vibes too, like
It does.
all over.
It really does. Yeah.
Once it really gets going, I would say 8. I think for the new one.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
8.5.
I did an episode on it with spoilers just a couple of days ago.
Oh, cool.
I gave it an 8 as well. And so when I wrote down 8 for this one, I'm like, wow, I gave them both an 8. I don't know which one I like better, because I agree with you that the new one is more polished. I think the character of Billy is more likable to me. I love the relationship in the new one between Billy and Pamela. I mean, there's so many things about it that I like. But then I watched this original, and I guess it's probably a lot of nostalgia. I'm like, but it's so much fun. Like I have a hard time putting something ahead of it. So I don't know. They're both an 8, but for different reasons. That kind of thing. Yeah.
And yeah, I completely agree with that. I think they're both very different films.
They are.
You can't really compare the two.
Yeah.
It's like comparing Halloween Ends to the first Halloween. They're just very different.
Yeah.
Or like Rob Zombie's Halloweens to the first Halloween.
Right.
I love them both. Perhaps I love the original more, but I do really like them both. But they're very different, so it's hard to compare.
It really is. And but it's so much fun. I know on your live stream the other day, you talked about how once Christmas is over, you don't go back and watch a lot of Christmas horror. And I typically don't either, but I won't lie. There's times that I'm tempted to go back and watch Black Christmas again or Silent Night, Deadly Night again, just because I love them so much. I usually don't. I try to do something else, but I'll just be looking through my collection and kind of looking for something to throw on and watch just to relax. And I'm always like, oh. I mean, I know it's June, but I could watch Black Christmas, that kind of thing. So
I don't know. Maybe I like knowing that they're on my shelves, just waiting to come out again. Kind of like Mariah Carey back at the bottom of the ocean. That's where all my Christmas movies go, on my shelves.
That's awesome. That's a good way to put it. I like that. That's funny.
Until next year.
Exactly. Aaron, this has been a lot of fun. What I might do, we'll see how things play out. Of course, I'm going to try to get you back. I know you're very, very busy, but I'm going to try to have you back in the next couple of months so we can continue on with the Elm Street franchise and maybe talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Let's do it, man.
I'm interested, but then, who knows? Christmas 2026, maybe we can talk some more, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 or something. We'll pull that out. Even though half of it is this first movie, maybe we can still talk about it. So.
Yeah, no, part 2, and maybe even the others. There are four
absolutely.
other.
Yeah, I believe so. 4 or 5 of them. So
five other films. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll give us to something to look forward to for next year. But yeah, I hope to get you back very soon to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street 2. But thank you so much for coming on. This has been a lot of fun. Take a minute to go ahead and promote your channel as we get ready to, get through the holidays and wrap up 2025. What's coming in January, and tell people what you do.
Absolutely. I just want to say that I will come back on any time. I always have so much fun chatting with you. Thank you so much for the invitation. And just let me know, just say when, and I will come on and talk about any movie that you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. You're very welcome. Let's see. So what do I have? So I am the host of A and B Horror Movies. You can find me on YouTube. I do a lot of horror interviews with directors, actors, producers, you name it. You can find me on Instagram as well, Aaron's Movies 8587. I've got a few more Christmas interviews that are coming up. I am posting an interview with Lynn Shay this week.
Oh, wow.
I know this is probably posting afterward, but I've got Lynn Shay coming up. Chris Peckover, who did Better Watch Out, and Stephen Lamort, who did The Mean One and Screamboat. Those are coming.
Very cool.
In the next couple weeks too. So stay tuned for some
Yeah.
Christmas horrors, and then I'm going to take a break and back in the new year.
Very good. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. So definitely go check out Aaron's channel and subscribe and watch what he does. Great interview. So much fun to watch his stuff. Trying to think of what I've got coming up. I might as well just grab my calendar. Rob and Kaylee, that horror couple, they're going to come back on with me.
Oh, nice. They're
last
awesome.
week of December.
I
They
need
are.
to do something with them.
They're so
cool.
good. Rob is
talked
so
about
much
it, but then we
fun.
just haven't made it
Yeah.
happen. But I will.
Yeah, they're great, and they have been going through the Friday the 13th franchise with me and the Halloween franchise with me, both of those. So they're going to be
Cool.
coming back on. We're going to talk about Friday the 13th Part 2. We're going to talk about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I'm also going to be talking about let's see, Popeye the Slayer Man is coming very soon. I've never seen that, so that one's coming up. Psycho 2.
Hell yeah.
Happy Birthday to Me, another older slasher that I'm going to be talking about. So, and Brendan and Sam from That Horror Couple, we're going through the Scream franchise. So they're going to be back and let's talk about Scream 2 and Scream 3. So yeah, a lot of fun
Very
stuff
cool.
coming.
They are awesome as well. Awesome.
Yeah. And then of course, on Your Lives, we'll have another one coming in January. So that'll be fun. That's always a blast.
Yes. So that'll be good. We're going to new arrivals again, and we will be talking about, I think, full moon features. But that's TBD, but stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's
we're
always
going to
a
make
good
the next one again. Yeah, we've been having a good time with those.
We have. Those have been a blast. So, all right. Yeah. Well, I guess that'll wrap this up. Aaron, thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
You're very welcome.
Go follow Aaron's stuff. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to mine. Hit the like button. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about this movie, if you like it as much as Aaron and I do. Follow me on social media. I'm pretty much on everything out there. And, yeah, we'll wrap this up. Say goodbye, and I will see you soon.